I know it's a bit too late for such videos, but I always wanted to make such videos. Plus, 2026 is the new 2016, so here are things that make no sense to me. If you've studied or wish to study economics, one of the basics that you will learn are the law of demand and the law of supply. So, what are they? Law of demand states that with an increase in price, the demand decreases, and with a decrease in price, the demand increases. Cool, that makes total sense. If the price of bread A increases, I will surely opt for bread B, which is supposed to be comparatively cheaper. Now, what does the law of supply tell us? It states with an increase in price, the supply increases. It's been 4 years of me studying economics, and there's no amount of explanation that can tell me how two contradicting sentences make up the basic philosophy behind an entire economy. I've asked too many of my teachers, and each time they weren't able to provide a proper answer. The only thing they could come up with was, it's just theory, and move on with their lives. Over the years, I was often met with the question, was the moon landing real? And I would be like, of course it was. And then people would go on with a plethora of explanation. I mean, there's even a Wikipedia page based around the topic. I'll put the link in the description. They would go on and say things like, if it was real, why didn't they send another man after that? Why was the flag waving then? I heard there's no air up there. The latest rover they live streamed such a crappy resolution when the original was way better. Well, first and foremost, NASA did send astronauts up there after the Apollo 13 missions. A total of 12 astronauts have been up there over the course of 5 missions. There's even a Wikipedia page around this. Apollo 13 carried 2 people in 1969 for the first time to the moon. That was Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Following that, Alan Shepard and Edgar Mitchell even played golf during their Apollo 14 mission. David Scott and James Irwin even drove a buggy there during their Apollo 15 mission. Charles Duke even left a photo of his family up there during his Apollo 16 mission. And finally, during Apollo 17, Eugene Cernan even wrote his daughter's initials on the surface of the moon, which undoubtedly makes him the sickest dad ever. Secondly, all flags were kept upright with the help of a metal rod. Thirdly, the latest footage was a live stream. It was directly transmitted from the moon itself. Of course, it's gonna be shitty. What else do you expect? I mean, what can I even say? Anything they claim is nonsense to me. If there's anything I like about flat earthers, it's the fact that they are very persistent about being absolutely wrong. I wish they were as right as much as how confident they were in their thesis, because at this point, I'm starting to feel kind of bad for them. They invest so much money into something they wholeheartedly believe in, but eventually get betrayed by their own experiments. I once asked a friend of mine what wine meant, and she said, your name, which made this a questionable genre already. I remember when I was a kid making up stories like if I were a part of the Justice League or got superpowers after getting bitten by a radioactive cockroach, how I would be good to society and build a better place. It makes me laugh sometimes, but it also makes me happy to think that I had an optimistic and concerned outlook towards the world around us. I have read these wine stories, and some of these are outright diabolical. My first thought is, how could somebody write this? Then came the greater question, how can somebody enjoy reading this? Moreover, this is often based on real kinks and fantasies, and that makes me more concerned about the world we live in. I mean, we all have fantasies, but getting passed around by One Direction, or getting raped by a 7 feet tall demon werewolf vampire that's 3 times your size, that too in public, is straight up giving psychopath. I'm happy that people on the internet are making fun of this genre on Instagram and TikTok Reels, something which is clearly explaining why everyone in the workplace hates YN. Like, can you imagine? You're about to finish your work and your 7 feet alpha beta gamma undercover werewolf boss hands you somebody else's work as well, just so they can go to karaoke or something. I would be pissed as hell, man. It should be no secret that this video itself is a shower thought. Over countless centuries, the bathroom has been the underappreciated vault of enlightenment. and I'm not even kidding about it. Think about it. Archimedes was asked by the king to find out how much pure gold did his crown contain. Archimedes decided to sit in the bathtub, after which he had the Eureka moment etched into the pristine history of scientific advancements, where he ran to the palace, buck naked, screaming, Eureka, which meant, I have found it. He had discovered the principle of buoyancy. That's not it. James Franklin had the thought of lightning rods to protect buildings during a shower. So did the concept of floppy disk. If Alan Sugar never thought of that, there might have not been a CD or a flash drive or even SD cards. A bathroom is an unofficial hub of creativity and imagination, and you cannot tell me otherwise. But hey, we live, laugh, and learn. Share your shower thoughts in the comments down below. And with that, thanks for watching. It's a short video, and I hope I come back next week, I guess. Till then, bye bye.